An environment file is what we use in Kairos to quickly save and recall all of our back-end settings, whether that's IP addresses for 2110 flows or baseband port information, compressed streams, NDI streams. All of that information is saved and recalled through an environment file. To remember what's in an environment file, just simply look at the main menu structure. So if I open up the main menu structure here and jump down to the setup row, I can see my input and output settings. That's what's going to be saved and contained within an environment file. So on our input setting sides, for our IP category for 2110 flows, we'll be able to save things like IP addresses, port information, as well as our trigger settings for things like tally, PTZ control, external deck control, techno point control. All of that information is going to be saved as a part of an environment file. So on the IP flow side, we have our IP addresses. If we're using SDI input cards, our port information and card number will be there as well. For NDI streaming, it'll be stream names will be remembered in the state, whether it's on or off. And then on our streaming side, for compressed inputs, again, things like IP information and the type of stream that we're attached to. On the output side, all of those settings are going to be very similar. Again, for our 2110 flows, we're going to be able to remember things like IP addresses and port numbers. And same thing with SDI, it's going to be card and port. And then NDI, remembering those stream names. Streaming outputs as well, IP address and port information. So all of these categories, all of this information is saved as a part of an environment file. And to save an environment file, simply go up to Settings, Export Environment File, and now you're able to export an environment to the local PC or Mac that you're using to control your Kairos Creator. So to save this environment file, I simply give it a name, and for today I can use TRN for training. Hit save, and now I've just captured all of that information into an environment file. If I want to reload a different environment, I can go back up to that same menu. Instead of grabbing export, I'm going to select import this time, navigate to where I have a file saved. So if I want to reload that training file, simply select the file, open. Now Kairos will reload all of that IP information, all of those inputs and outputs, saves, and now I'm ready for a new production. So now that we've saved that environment file, we can reload it when maybe we change configurations or room. Maybe we have an environment file for Studio A versus Studio B. Today we're using Studio A. I can quickly go in and import my environment file settings within a matter of seconds. Now all of that information is reloaded in Kairos and I'm ready for production.